Hello, what's up guys, I'm Kyle from KGR, and Toy Fair happened this weekend, and unfortunately I couldn't go. I was never able to go, but hopefully one day in the future we can go. Anyway, Toy Fair happened and a bunch of figures got announced. A lot of them actually being Nendoroid. But I'm not going to go over absolutely every figure that went on, because then this video would be like an hour long. So I'm going to be covering most of the figures that just piqued my interest. Let me know in the comments, what figures are you really looking forward to? And I'm probably going to say it again at the end of the video anyway, so whatever. So I got a list, because there's a lot announced, and I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. So let's get into it. Here's the thing, like normally I'm on top of these things now. I'm like, I know when figures are getting announced and whatever, but when it came to this Toy Fair, I actually didn't know too much. Hell, I didn't even know what was going on. But my friend Noyan, also known as Drunk Sudak here on YouTube, he actually helped me out. Like he told me about some Pokemon Nendoroids coming out. We have a Nendoroid Ash, and he comes with a little Pikachu, so it's going to look great with the rest of the Pokemon set. Plus the starters that are with the Nendoroid Red, but that thing is mad rare, so that kind of sucks. Plus if you have the Champion Edition, he would have Charizard too. Ooh! But this one comes with a Pikachu. But we're also getting a Nendoroid Plus Pikachu. I don't know what that means. I never honestly heard of it, so I'm excited to see how this thing goes. Now we're also getting this character from Sun and Moon, but honestly, I didn't play Sun and Moon, so I don't even know what this character's name is, so I apologize. But again, for those who are diehard collectors of the Pokemon Nendoroid series, then this is perfect for them. Let's just hope this time it's not a Pokemon Center exclusive, because we don't want another fiasco. But let's be real, that's gonna happen. And we're also getting a Figma Red. Now this guy looks sexy as fuck. Personally, I would love to see the regular version, like the regular red from Red and Blue and Yellow, but this still looks great nevertheless. And I think I find it really funny how like we also have a Nendoroid, so you can make the Nendoroid act as the sprite, and then when it goes to battles and stuff, then they can be the Figma. But now we need the actual Figma Pokemon, so it would look better with each other, but that's just me. Chances are it's not going to happen, but if you do have the SH Figuarts Pokemon, it's going to look great with red. Now, last year we got pictures of Peabody and Atlas. I accidentally said Wheatley in the last take, and I'm like, no, it's not Wheatley. But anyway, yeah, we got Peabody and Atlas coming out, and they got a painted prototype, so they look really fantastic. Apparently the NECA versions light up, but these ones, I can almost guarantee they're not going to. So which ones are going to be the better figures? I honestly don't know, because I've seen them in stores, but I've never picked them up, and now they're probably more uncommon, so there's almost no point in trying to review them. Like, I want to, but it might be a little bit too expensive, and I would love to do a good comparison between the two, see which ones would be better figures. But it's not going to happen, so whatever. But we're also getting Nendoroid to them as well, so if you'd rather have these ones on your desk, then sweet. But I think the Figmas are going to be much better figures, unless the Nendoroids come with much cooler accessories. Like, if they come with actual portals to go with the Nendoroid stand, that would be completely badass. But I don't know. We'll see. I've also talked about a Figma Samus based on Metroid Prime 2 or 3, I can't remember. Pretty much the old-fashioned Samus like you would see in Melee and Brawl. But we finally got a painted prototype for this. And I remember when I saw the unpainted prototype, I honestly wasn't very impressed by the dimensions. But after looking at this, I'm very impressed. But notice how it says on the bottom that it's still not final. My friend Lucas, he never got the Figma Samus that's based on Other M. And unfortunately, that is pretty uncommon now. I think it's going for like 90 now, so I got it right before the price peaked up, so I was really fortunate for that. But in my opinion, this is probably going to be the better looking one anyway, so hopefully he'll get this one. Speaking of more Figma video game characters, Sega is finally getting their foot into it with Ooh La La from Space Channel 5. Now, it's a very obscure game, not a lot of people know about it, but for those who have played stuff like Sega Superstars on iToy, or more commonly the Sega All-Stars racing games, they know that she's in them. So for those who are big Sega fans, especially Dreamcast fans, they're probably going to want to pick this up. I don't have pictures for this, but we have more Nendoroid Overwatch characters announced, so that's really great. And we're also getting a Figma Tracer, and I was saying in my Nendoroid video that we might be able to get a Figma from that, but if you're going to get the figure, get the Figma version, because it's going to look so much better. Imagine having a whole cast of Overwatch on a shelf as Figmas. And I hope they do like the Nendoroid and Dark Magician Girl, where they have a leg that's just bent, without having that knee joint in there, so it's a beyond, I don't know how many degrees, pretty much beyond what the joint can do, and still looks smooth as butter. Now we're going to be getting into Nendoroid territory. Like, this is probably going to be the majority of the list, honestly. I mean, we already talked about some Pokemon and other game character Nendoroids, but the first ones I want to talk about are actually the Fullmetal Alchemist ones. Here's the thing, I got into Fullmetal Alchemist really late, unfortunately, and I wanted to get figures so bad for it. And I believe Square Enix has the rights for that. I think they created that. Don't quote me on that. But I know they've done Play Arts and Play Arts Kai, and the only other figures besides Square's toy line is Revoltech. And I know Nendoroid did a Nendoroid Petite of Edward, but unfortunately it wasn't articulated or anything. It just shows him taking off his jacket or whatever. I think it was like a promo figure for a movie. I can't remember. But now we're getting more figures on it, and it's cool that we're getting Nendoroids, but I'm not sure if I want to wait for Figmas to come out or if I should pick these up, because these are figures I would really love to have. And if you remember a while back, we got a Nendoroid Kirby, we got a Nendoroid Meta Knight, and now we're getting more figures. We're getting Kirby from Planet Robobot, and we're also getting an Ice Kirby. I have an Ice Kirby figure from Wendy's from back in the day, so now we're getting a Nendoroid of it, and it looks really great. But I think it's really weird how the Kirby itself is painted good to go, but the little hat that he has is not. Well, it's simply just a repaint for Kirby, honestly, but still, it's an off-looking picture. And then we got a bunch of Disney Nendoroids coming out, and they look amazing. But what I'm really looking forward to, honestly, is the Woody and Buzz, because Toy Story is fucking awesome. So the Woody and Buzz, I might get. There's a lot of these figures I do want. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get them, but Woody and Buzz though, like, those are figures I would love to review. And Attack on Titan hasn't gotten any love lately, so now we're getting, hold on, let me see who it is. Erwin Smith. Okay, yeah, here he is. I honestly don't remember this guy all that much, because in the anime, from what I remember, he wasn't that important of a character. To me, he's seen more like a background guy. But hey, if you want to add more to the collection, there you go. Personally, I like the Figmas more, but I only got Aaron Figma. But this figure does look kind of cool, I guess. I mean, the Nendoroid Attack on Titan line has more figures in it, so therefore it's a better collection. But hey, there's another character for you if you want it. And now that we're done with the Nendoroids, let's get into other figures. We got some Pop Rugrats figures. Now here's the thing, I'm not into Pop vinyls at all, and some of them do look really interesting. Like, I would see Naruto ones and I'd geek out, but these look really freaking cool. I'm not picking these up, but I remember when they came out with plushes of the Rugrats characters from Jazzwares, I had to get Reptar, and Reptar is freaking badass, and I never seen one since, so I'm happy I really picked it up. I'm like, oh man, I love it. It's cute. It's right over here. And if you remember, we got some SH Figure Arts Ninja Turtles, and now we're getting Shredder. Now, he has been announced a while ago, but now we're getting a proper figure for him, and he does look really great. I haven't picked up the figures, so I'm not going to be picking this up, but what I would love to see are Figure Arts Turtles based on the 2000 series. When those come out, I'm going to be so picking them up. Because I had Ninja Turtle figures back in the day when I was younger. I had a turtle tank. I had the layer. Fortunately, my room had to be cut in half pretty much, so I had to get rid of a lot of things, and unfortunately, I got rid of all those, because that was like the most figures I had, and it was like the most expansive, so I didn't have room for it, so I had to get rid of all of them. And that made me a very sad panda. These ones, I honestly think they're very ugly. We are getting more of the classic Sonic figures, but we're getting Sonic Tails and Knuckles remade, but in a 16-bit way. All it seriously is just a repaint of the decals, like the eyes and everything else, but just done 16-bit. Honestly, I find it extremely ugly, so I am no way in hell picking these up. But if you diehard Sonic fans really want it, by all means, go ahead. It's up to you. But honestly, if you want a 16-bit looking Sonic figure, there's this little Lego set that you can get. Well, it's not technically Lego. But hold on, let me see. Yeah, there's a Sonic the Hedgehog pixel bricks. I have the box for it down here. And I put it together, and it looks a little bit of a pain in the ass. But when it's all put together, it does look great. So if you want a retro looking Sonic figure, that's probably going to be the best thing for you. But these things, no. Jax has been showing off some stuff, and they've done some World of Nintendo stuff. Unfortunately, I couldn't see what all they've done for World of Nintendo as a whole this year, but the one thing that I did find is that they're doing water guns for Splatoon. Now, when Splatoon first came out, here, if you pre-ordered it at Target, you got a little squirt gun. But now we're getting more into it, and that's really awesome. So for those who missed out on that, I think people are going to still want that anyway, because that's more of a collector's item, but these are actually going to be really cool. I wonder if these are the same ones that they used at the Switch conference, but I don't know. But anyway, they look really cool. I'm not going to pick them up, but for those who are huge Splatoon fans, and those who are still kids, this is going to be a great option for you. And apparently it actually squirts ink too. It's probably just going to be dyed water. but I don't know, because imagine how much that's gonna stain clothes. And then we're getting some Megaman Vinyl figures. Like, I know, like, I forget what all these said they're gonna be announcing in it, but I remember that they said stuff like Mega Man, Proto Man, we're also getting Rush, Mega Man X, and Sigma, but I forget who all was announced. Personally, I'm not gonna be picking these up because I don't need them, but it's cool that we're getting more Mega Man merch. But if you want the better looking figures, you're better off with the 4-inch Nell or the figure arts. Not figure arts, D-arts. But those things are getting mad expensive now, so what do you want to do? But one thing that I wasn't really happy with was the fact there was no Naruto figure arts shown off. I mean, we already have gotten a Sakura shown off and stuff, and it'd be really cool if they announced a few more figures that were prototypes for the future, because they've done that a year or two ago. But oh well, not this year. And I was looking up pictures to see if they did announce anything and I missed it. I see this picture of Kakashi, and it says he's from Dragon Ball. And what also irritates me is that the fact that we still don't have a release date or anything for this Naruto. Like, god damn it, freaking release it! But whatever. So those are just a few of the figures that were announced this year. There's plenty more. I'll have a link in the description for all the Nendoroid stuff that's been announced on Good Smile's website. Well, actually, I'm gonna just do their Facebook, because that's probably the easiest way to look at everything. But still, it was really awesome about all these figures being announced. How many I'm gonna get, I honestly don't know. But if I could review most of these, that would be amazing. So let me know in the comments, which ones are you really looking forward to? And if there's any that I missed that you think I would really be interested in, or if you're just really interested in them, let me know in the comments. And that's gonna be it for this video, guys. So if you're new and you like what you saw, you know what to do. In the description is gonna be my social medias, but I highly recommend for those who really like figures to check out my Instagram, because I do myself a little photo shoot every once in a while. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are amazing. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next one.